Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's Board of Appeals hearing. Before we begin, let me introduce some members of town government that act as advisors to this board. To my left is Paul Hennings, counsel to this board. To his left is Blaise Donadio. He is a planner in the planning department. Now let me tell you why you're here tonight. New York State statute requires that any town that adopts zoning must also have a Board of Appeals to act as a relief valve so that those persons aggrieved by strict application of the zoning ordinance can seek relief without the expense of going to court. Town board can give Board of Appeals additional powers such as special exception approvals, site plan approvals. In Smithtown, the town board has given this board authority regarding certificate of existing use and some special exception uses. The most common kind of application before the board are area variances. Area variants deal with dimensions such as lot area, frontage, height, setbacks, and parking spaces. New York State statute mandates that the board must consider the following 5 criteria in area variances. When you come to the podium to present your application, you need to address these 5 areas. They're posted here for you. Number 1, whether an undesirable change will be produced in the character of the neighborhood or a detriment to nearby properties will be created. Number 2, whether the applicant has other feasible alternatives. Number 3, whether the variance is substantial. Number 4, whether an adverse impact on the environment will be created. And number 5, whether the alleged difficulty is self-created. The statute requires the board to balance the interests of the applicant and those of the neighborhood or community. This statute further requires that the board shall grant the minimum variance and shall deem necessary and adequate, and at the same time preserve and protect the character of the neighborhood and the health, safety, and welfare of the community. The board has the power to impose reasonable conditions for granting variances. Special exception applications are different than area variances. When we have a special exception application before us, I will explain the different criteria. Regarding procedure, cases will be called in order that they are advertised. When your case is called, please come forward, submit your affidavits and mailing receipts to Mr. Donato. And then you'll be sworn in at the podium and will be given the opportunity to explain to this board why you need the variance. After the applicant is done speaking, all interested parties will be given one opportunity and only one opportunity to be heard. So please organize your thoughts. Keep your remarks factual that are related to the case. Then I will ask the applicant to come back to the podium to answer your concerns. The board will then close the case and reserve decision. After all the hearings are closed, the board will review the cases and decide some of them. Others will be reviewed at a later date. There are 3 ways to find out the results of the case. Number 1, you can wait until after the public hearing, but there's no guarantee that the board will act on your case tonight. Number 2, you can call the planning department tomorrow afternoon. Number 3, applicants can wait and be notified by mail. We do have some adjournments, so let me tell you what the adjournments are. Case 16960, John D. Pasquale. Was there anyone here for that case? Okay, that's adjourned to September 24th. Case 16963, Kenneth McKenna. Anyone here for that case? Okay, that is adjourned to October 8th. Next case is case 16964, Frank Lizazio. Anyone here for that case? That is adjourned to September 24th. Next case, case 1-16883, VEA 181 First Realtor Corp., North Fork Management and Maintenance. Is anyone here for that case? That is adjourned to August 13th. Okay? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The first case on the agenda, number 16957, Michael and Marie Lofaro, 179 50 Acre Road South, Smithtown, The location, southeast corner of Woodlawn Avenue and 50 Acre Road South. The property is zoned R10. The applicant requests a variance to reduce the minimum front yard setback from 40 feet, 38 feet existing, to 13 feet for an existing 96-square-foot shed, reduce the distance from edge of pavement and front yard from 26 feet to 17 feet for existing and proposed 6-foot fences, increase the maximum front yard paving from 25% to 31%.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. My name is Vincent Tremarco, Jr. I am the attorney for the applicant, Mr. LaFaro. As you can see from the survey, this is a pretty common problem that we have regarding corner lots. We have a situation where they're technically, under the town code, we have 2 front yards, and we have the LaFaros configuring their backyard area like any ordinary person would, but for the fact that on Woodlawn Avenue, that would be considered a front yard. So that's causing most of the difficulty in the variance requested here. I think it's self-explanatory. Do you have that on the surveys? Mm-hmm. So we have two existing structures that are on the side of the building, the fence that runs alongside of Woodlawn Avenue, and also the paved area that the LaFaros created. And if you went to the property, you'll see it's kind of a nice little area that's blocked off from the I guess from visual from the road, so they have a little more privacy back there in the front of the house. As for the considerations, I don't believe that the variances requested produced an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood at all. These are common fenced-in yard. The shed, I don't think you can even see the sheds from any of the neighboring properties. And as you can see, we have the high school, Smithtown School District behind them, so it's pretty secluded from the neighbors. The benefit sought can't be achieved by any other method, because if they want to have any type of backyard situation there, you have to have a variance because of the nature of the property. I don't believe our requests are substantial. Again, it's the fence is set back. I'm sure you guys went out to see it.
We did.
It doesn't. It has no aesthetic problem, certainly, and it's not an issue with respect to traffic. There's very, very clear sight distance. Certainly, if there's anything, it's not because of the fence. Will it have an adverse impact on the environment? Certainly not. Fences and sheds traditionally don't have an adverse effect on the environment. And the difficulty, whether it be self-created or not, we believe in conditions like this, it's created by the nature of the property. The property's on a corner, so you'd have no other choice other than really cut back the use of your rear yard, which is effectively a rear yard, but because it's 2 front yards, we're forced to come in and ask for this relief. So I respectfully request that these variances be granted. And if you have any questions, we have the LaFaros here.
Okay. Planning?
Comments?
Gentlemen? No questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care. Have a great night.
Thank you. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application? Okay. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved. Second.
Regularly moved and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Good night. Thank you.
Madam Chair, the next case on the agenda, number 16958, William and Vanessa Cavallo, 34 Annette Avenue, Smithtown. The location is the south side of Annette Avenue, 797 feet west of Terry Road. The property is zoned R10. The applicant is requesting a variance to permit environmentally sensitive land, depth of groundwater less than 10 feet to be altered, reduce minimum front yard from 40 feet, 30 feet existing, to 27 feet for a proposed 946 square foot second-story addition and 100 square foot front porch. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening. May I have your name, please?
William Cavallo.
What?
William Cavallo,
Oh, William. Okay, I'm sorry. And your address, William?
34 Annette Avenue, Smithtown.
Okay. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Make sure you use the mic as much as you can.
Sure.
Thank you so much. You want to tell us why you're here, please?
We're looking to put a second story on the house in the remaining footprint of the house. And it fits the neighborhood, and we like where we are. We have a young family. We don't really, it's tough for us to move right now. And we love Smithtown, so we're hoping that you would grant us this variance. We have high groundwater in the area, and we also have a front yard variance, I believe, that that's part of the house currently.
Right. Now, you know there's no decision on it. Did you do a test hole?
Yes, we did.
Do you know what the result of the test hole was?
Yeah, we have the information. It's like 3.5 feet or something like that.
Okay. All right. Until we get an environmental decision, then we will make a decision. Okay? Planning, any comments?
No comments, Madam Chair.
Gentlemen?
No, ma'am. No
Nothing?
question.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved. Second.
Regularly moved and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Chair, the next case, number 16959, David and Diane Sweeney, 17 Colgate Drive, Smithtown. Location is the west side of Colgate Drive, 283 feet north of Lehigh Drive. The property is zoned R10. The applicant requests a variance to reduce the minimum rear yard setback from 50 feet to 47 feet for an existing 350 square foot roof over patio. Thank you. Yep.
Good evening.
Good evening. May I have your name, please?
David Sweeney,
And your address, please.
17 Colgate Drive, Smithtown, New York.
Okay, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Want to tell us why you're here, please?
I have an existing roof over patio in my yard that when I'm going to sell a house, and I found out that I have to have a variance for the overhang. The overhang's been there for a few years. It was originally put up for an elderly father-in-law who was living with us at the time to keep him out of the sun. So, you know, it's an existing structure.
Okay. Okay. Planning? Gentlemen? All right. Okay, thank
That's
you. Anyone here that was going to be heard on that application? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved. Second.
Okay.
Did they close it? All those in favor?
All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Go ahead.
Madam Chair, the next case on the agenda, number 16961, Jonathan Kleinman, 3 Shinnecock Court, Comac. Location, west side of Shinnecock Court, approximately 128 feet south of Longhouse Way. The property is zoned R21. The applicant requests a variance to increase the maximum floor area ratio from 25% to 31%, reduce the minimum rear yard setback from 50 feet to 37 feet existing, reduce minimum side yard from 12 feet to 11 feet, and total side yards from 28 feet to 25 feet for a proposed 270 square foot first floor addition and 263 square foot second floor addition. Increase maximum permitted paved surface in the front yard from 25% to 51%. Increase maximum permitted paved surface in the rear yard from 25% to 26%. Decrease minimum setback for a retaining wall from 3 feet to 0 for 2 existing 2-foot retaining walls.
Okay. May I have your name, please?
Jonathan Kleiman,
And your address, Jonathan?
3 Shinnecock Court, Comac, New York.
Okay. Yes. Do you have all,
As I was about to say, I have counsel that apparently is stuck in traffic. I'd respectfully ask to be pushed back on the
Sure.
docket tonight if possible. Great, thank you.
no problem with that. We'll do all the cases,
He'll have
okay,
it.
and then we'll call you back.
Perfect. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
You want to just hold this stuff here, or you want to put it back in the folder, or you want to hold, yeah, they want to put it back, okay.
Madam Chair, the next case on the agenda, number 16962, John DeSalvo, 58 Dehan Street, Smithtown. Location is the south side of Dehan Street, 213 feet east of Burham Drive. The property is zoned R21. The applicant is requesting a variance to reduce the minimum rear yard setback from 75 feet to 53 feet for an existing 540 square foot addition.
I'm here for a sunroom that was
Uh,
built.
First of all,
Oh,
let me have
I'm
your
sorry.
name.
John DeSalvo,
Okay, John, and let me have your address.
58 DeHun Street, Smithtown.
Thank you. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, want to tell us why you're here now?
Yes, I'm here for a 540-foot square foot sunroom that was added onto the back of my house, and the setback variance needs to be reduced from 75 feet to 53 feet. Again, it was pre-existing. It does not change the character of the neighborhood. It actually beautifies and I think helps the neighborhood in that respect. Okay, pursuant to other than variance of weather. The request areas variance is substantial. No, I don't believe so. I filled out all the applications. I'm coming forth myself on this application after realizing that it did need a variance, and I'm here to request that variance be granted at this
Okay.
point.
As I say to all the applicants, even though it's pre-existing, it's your responsibility to do the variance, 'cause-
Yes.
okay? So it's really self-created,
Yes, it is
Okay.
self-created. That's why I'm here.
okay? All right, let me just give everyone these to look at first. Planning, any
No comments?
gentlemen? Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved. Second.
Regularly moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Is he back? Are you ready? Okay. You want to go back, please? He's the attorney.
Jonathan Kleinman, 3 Shinnecock Court, Comac. Location, west side of Shinnecock Court, approximately 128 feet south of Longhouse Way. The property is zoned R10. The applicant requests a variance to increase the maximum floor area ratio from 25% to 31%, reduce minimum rear yard from 50% to 50 feet to 37 feet existing, reduce the minimum side yard setback from 12 feet to 11 feet, and total side yards from 28 feet to 25 feet for a proposed 270 square foot first floor addition and 263 square foot second floor addition. Increase the maximum permitted paved surface in the front yard from 25% to 51%. Increase the maximum permitted paved surface in the rear yard from 25% to 26%. Decrease the minimum setback for a retaining wall from 3 feet to 0 for 2 existing 2-foot retaining walls.
Is this gentleman an attorney? No, okay. So then I need the applicant first.
Sure.
So let me have your name again and your address.
Jonathan Kleinman, 3 Shinnecock Court, Comac, New York.
All right. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Now, do you want this gentleman to speak for you?
I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I need you to give me your name and
It's,
spell your last name.
Ricardo Cervini, Cervini.
And your address?
229 Smithtown Boulevard, Nesconset, New York.
Okay. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Want to tell us why you're here, please?
Sure. The, the property is zoned R21 and was modified to R10. Consists of 10,173 square feet and is in a regular shaped lot. It's located on a cul-de-sac along with 6 other homes. The main reason for the property owner to file this variance application is 2 parts. First, to comply with the current building and zoning codes for the items to be maintained, and second, for the expansion of the home to accommodate the needs of the growing family. The owner is requesting a variance to maintain the existing front yard paving consisting of an asphalt driveway and walkway from 25% to 51%. Maintain the existing rear yard paving consisting of interlocking pavers from 25% to 26%, and maintain the existing 2-foot retaining wall, reducing the setback from 3 feet to 0 feet, located on the north and south edges of the rear property. The existing calculations of the home are as follows. The first floor, second floor, and garage is 2,322.52 square feet with a gross floor area percentage of 22.8%. The proposed work will be as follows. On the first floor, family room, 270.4 square feet. The powder room near the front entry, 55.9 square feet. Total of 326.3 square feet. The second floor, consisting of a study, 262.9 square feet. The master bath over the garage, 179.2 square feet. Total of 442.1 square feet. The allowable FAR is 2,543.25 square feet, which is 25% of the lot. The owner's proposing 3,090.92 square feet, which is 30.4%, which is 547.67 square feet over what is allowed. The owner is requesting variance to increase the maximum floor area ratio from 25% to 31%, to reduce the minimum rear yard from 50 feet to 37 feet, which is existing, to reduce the minimum side yard from 12 feet to 11 feet, and total side yard from 28 feet to 25 feet. As you can see, the architectural drawings and the elevations, this improvement to the home will not diminish or have a negative impact on the surrounding homes, but in fact will enhance them. The proposed 2-story addition will be set back from the front of the property and will have a minimal visual impact from the streets. We would also stress that due to the characteristic of the lot, because of the irregular shape, it has created a difficulty for the owner, and that is why this application is before you. We are requesting for this board to approve the application as presented. Does the board have any questions?
Planning?
Madam Chair, as the applicant's representative stated, this was a clustered subdivision in the R21 zone. Had this been an actual lot in the R21 zone and a full 21,000 square feet, there would be no issues with the FAR. Because the property was in fact reduced by 50% of what is required in the R21 district, we really don't have any objections to the increase in the FAR.
Okay. Gentlemen, any other questions? No. Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved. Second?
Israeli moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried.
Madam Chair, the next case on the agenda, number 16965, Jonathan Braco, 129 Juniper Road, Kings Park. Location, southwest corner of Woodland Drive and Hawthorne Road. The property is zoned R10. The applicant requests a variance to reduce the minimum lot area from 10,000 square feet to 9,864 square feet due to environmentally sensitive land, depth to groundwater less than 10 feet, increase the maximum FAR from 25% to 39%, reduce the minimum rear yard setback from 35 feet to 29 feet for a proposed 3,856 square foot two-story residence with garage.
Right. Read the next case, please.
Number 16966, Jonathan Braco, 129 Juniper Road. Location, southeast corner, Woodland Drive and Juniper Road. The property is zoned R10. The applicant is requesting a variance to reduce the minimum side yard setback from 12 feet to 6 feet existing, reduce the minimum lot area from 10,000 square feet to 9,968 square feet existing.
Donald King, 75 East Main Street, Kings Park, New York. I'm sure you've been out to view the properties.
We did.
The one variance, the little variance, is on his existing house. If you noticed, it was
You know what?
well
Can you just
maintained.
hold up for a second, please?
Sure.
Do you mind?
Not at all.
I think we have to get both files out together, all right? Could you give us
Sure.
a minute to do that? Okay. I'm going to give you the other one that goes with it. All right. Okay. All right. So this is the other one. This is 66, and the other one's 65. Okay. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
If you visited the house, his existing home, he keeps it, it's magnificent, well maintained. The lot that we're asking for the variances on is behind his house. It's got trees, it's shrubbed, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous lot. With respect to the floor area ratio, if you take out that silly rule about attic space, the floor area ratio is actually 36%. The attic space is 326 square feet, and certainly nobody's going to sleep up in the attic. And the garage, I didn't kick out the garage, that's 361 square feet. So while it sounds a little bit up there, it is not. It's really 36% floor area ratio. I'm going to read off some of the cases to come back and haunt you that I got. Case number 14970 was 25 to 31%. Mystic Falls, one of the lots was 25 to 32%. That was on Edgewood. Case number 13781, 25 to 32%. Case number 14132, 25 to 32%. Case number 14006, 25 to 34%. Case number 12164, 25 to 34%. Case number 14024, 25 to 37% floor area ratio. Case number 14005, 25 to 40%. Case number 15419, 25 to 40%. Case number 13894, 25 to 43%. Case number 15128, 25 to 44%. Case number 12360, 25 to 59%. Case number 1344, 25 to 57%. Case number 14823, 25 to 49%. Case number 14743, 25 to 42%. And this, I did not get this, but it was case number 12943, 25 to 50%. I'd like to hand them up, and the reason I hand these up is not all of these are in San Remo, but there's a precedent for increasing the floor area ratio.
Could you verify that none of these are the ones that you promised you'd never bring up to us?
That one I did not bring up, the one you gave me from 20, I'll go back to the mic. I swore on some kind of oath that I would not bring up the one from 25 to 50%, and that is not included in there because sometimes I follow what I say, not often.
Okay. The other question I have is, we will look at some of these, because sometimes you're comparing apples to oranges, and
Well,
we
a
will
lot
look.
of them are in San Remo.
Okay, we'll look at
I
these.
understand that, you know, if it's outside the area, but a whole bunch of those are in San Remo. I didn't put that forward. And I know, once again, this is not the board's burden, but here's a guy who wants to build effectively a house with 36% floor area ratio. And I live down there, and I've always been impressed by large homes around me which have enhanced the value of my home. And then, as I always indicate to you, and it's not your fault, there's 2, 3, and 4 family illegal apartments
I
all
know
over
that,
that
Don.
place down there. And
But-
here's a guy that wants to do the right thing. This is not for rental, this is for him. And I just ask you to take that into consideration, excuse me.
Okay.
Will it produce an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood? Certainly not. Can it be achieved by some other method? No, we have to ask for a variance. Is it substantial? In view of what has been granted down there, I do not think it's substantial. This is almost 10,000 square foot lot. Will it have an adverse effect on the environment? I think it's going to enhance the value. This beautiful home will enhance the value of the neighborhood. And is it self-created? Not on the new home. You might be able to say that we're on the variance that we need on his existing house, that was self-created, but that's not fatal.
The other question I have for you is, you know we changed the attic ordinance.
Yeah, you kicked it up, didn't you, a bit?
We kicked it up.
But I don't
What
think
is the attic? What's the dimensions of the attic? I didn't look.
326.
No, what's the height?
That I don't know. I know that it used to be, they kicked the number up.
Yeah, we kicked it up to 6.
I don't even think it should be counted at all.
It's 6 feet 9 inches now?
8 inches.
Huh? 8 inches. 6 feet 8 inches.
Yeah, so this may not be correct. I don't know the height, but it shouldn't even be counted because when I did one for a subdivision for Jimmy Fox, I had photos of the air conditioning ducts and, you know, nobody's going to sleep up there. It's nonsense. It shouldn't be, it shouldn't be counted at all.
Well, we
I
don't
know.
make those.
It's the ordinance is the ordinance, I
Right,
understand.
and at least we got it up to 6
Yeah,
feet,
that was
8.
good. Now, if you'd eliminate it, it'd even be better.
Yeah, okay. All right.
This is good tonight because I can get to Insignia by 7:45. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Planning?
Madam Chair, just some information for the board. If we were to take out the requirement of reducing the lot area due to the high groundwater, and we gave the applicant full value of his lot area, his actual FAR would be 37%.
Right.
If you were to remove the attic space on top of that, his actual FAR would be 34%.
Do we know that the attic is less than 6 feet 8 inches?
There are portions that are 6 feet 8 inches or
Alright.
greater.
I think it took me a year to get a denial. I'm not going to go into the whole history of it. And I think, therefore, that it probably was under the old ordinance that we calculated the number, I believe,
Okay.
not the new.
All right. Well, first of all, there's no action. You know that. It's pending.
Yes,
Okay.
DEC.
Okay.
It's not LURP. It's just a few feet away from LURP.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, any questions? Any other questions?
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Let me just. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application? Okay. Is there anybody? All right. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved. Second?
Oh, wait a minute, I got these. It's already moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carried. I think we mixed these up. I'm sorry.
I'll read the numbers.
All right. Blaze, just wait one second because we have this all the things mixed up here. Oh, and here are all the cases. I don't know where you want to. We'll put all the cases into just one of the files. All right?
Okay. Both cases are closed?
Yep.
Okay. Madam Chair, the next case on the agenda, 1-16933, Melissa McDougall, 22 Gristmill Drive, Kings Park. The location, south side of Gristmill Drive, 153 feet west of Gristmill Court. The property is zoned R10. Thank you. The applicant is requesting a variance to increase the FAR from 25% to 32%, 29% existing, for a proposed 297 square foot addition, increasing paving in the front yard from 25% to 50%, increasing paving in the side yard from 25% to 41%.
Your name, please,
Daniel McDougall,
and your address, Daniel.
22 Gristmill Drive, Kings Park, New York.
Okay. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
We are proposing a variance to increase the FAR from 25% to 32% for a proposed 297 square foot addition. This addition will not affect any neighboring property physically, financially, or environmentally. The driveway portion was already approved. We would just, this is a reopen.
I know. You never even discussed it the first time.
I wasn't here, my wife was here,
Oh,
so I
okay.
don't even know.
Oh, okay. All right. Planning,
No comments?
gentlemen?
No, ma'am.
Anything? Okay. Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved. Second?
Rayleigh moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Madam Chair, excuse me, Madam Chair, the next case on the agenda, number 16946, the estate of Romanak, 268 6th Street, St. James. Location, south side of 6th Street, 100 feet east of 7th Avenue. The property is zoned R10. The applicant is requesting a variance to reduce the minimum rear yard setback from 35 feet to 25 feet for an existing 155 square foot sunroom.
Just give them to me, please. Give me all these. Give me all of them. Oh. Don't we have these in there? Aren't these the same, aren't we? Same ones we have? Let me have your name, please.
Louis Castellano, 2693 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York.
All right, now, what are you as far as this is concerned?
Expediter.
What?
The expediter.
Is that okay? Okay. Okay. Let me give your name again and spell your last name.
Louis Castellano, Castellano.
Okay. And your address?
2693 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York.
Okay, good. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Go ahead.
How are you? And
Good.
thank you, Madam Chair, for giving us an early date. I was sick last time this was on the calendar, and I appreciate you moving it up for us. Mr. and Mrs. Romanak enclosed the rear porch back in the 70s, a rear covered patio, and made a sunroom out of it. They never got a CO for it, never got a permit. It was self-created. It doesn't affect the environment. I don't believe we have any opposition from any of the neighbors. The rear yard is required is 35, we only have 25. When we went to get the CO for the building, we were informed by the building department that we needed to go for a variance, and that's why we're here tonight.
Planning? Gentlemen?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved. Second.
That's it, isn't it?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, that concludes our hearings for tonight. Thank you so very much.